I have to get going really quickly, but happy 2026. And for the start of 2026, I thought I would tell you 6 habits I'm bringing into 2026. This year is going to be a year of growth and learning. We want to be disgustingly educated this year. My first habit that I want to start implementing right away is hesitating to Google. Sounds crazy, but at first, as you come up with a question, no Google, no opinions, don't ask the people around you, just think it through yourself first. It trains like original thought and intuition, not just relying on your phone for everything. Think first and then you can look it up, but just have a good think. Number 2, this one sounds so simple, but it can make an absolute change. Nearly every billionaire, every millionaire does this. Make your bed every day. It just starts you off for a good day. It starts you off saying to yourself, I did something straight away today. Okay, 3. This one, I feel like everyone is going to say I'm a bit crazy for, but write research papers on things I find interesting, because I've always been an English girly. I love writing essays. I love writing paragraphs. I just love writing and developing my language and understanding. And so when I find something interesting, write an essay on that topic. Like, the art of learning is dead. Coming to your own conclusions is dead now because of AI. People just type it all in, AI explains it all to you. Writing a research paper where you're actually like looking into articles and other people's opinions is gone. Ever since I've left school, it's gone. And I want to start implementing that into my everyday life again. Okay, number 4, start stretching. It has so many benefits and it genuinely takes 5 minutes out of your day. And you can do it anytime during the day, any moment where you have 5 minutes, just a bit of a stretch. And it has so many benefits. Like, there's no downsides to stretching. Okay, number 5, I think this one is going to be the most difficult for me to implement, but not using my bed for anything other than sleeping. I've gone through this so many times with my psychologist. It all comes down to sleep hygiene, which is the most looked over hygiene. You have trouble sleeping when you use your bed for just sitting there, for doing other things. So I want to start when I'm just doom scrolling or doing this and that, not sitting in my bed and just getting into bed when I'm trying to sleep. I'm gonna try, but it's been already really hard. Okay, number 6, our final one for 2026. Think before I speak. It sounds simple, but really think about the words you're trying to get out there. Try and think about the presence you're trying to have with the people around you. And going hand in hand with thinking before I speak is trying not to use filler words. Like literally, I want to try and sound more intelligent. So I'm going to try and think before I speak, which really goes with this job as well, doing influencing, trying to think before I record everything. I had 2 other micro ones that I want to try and implement, which is compliment a day, try and compliment someone who makes everyone feel better, and read an essay a day, but I don't know if I'll get around to those ones. But those are my core 6 habits I'm going to try and bring into 2026.
5 daily habits that I would start doing if I wanted to be healthier. Go on a walk every single day. I don't care if it's 5 minutes. I don't care if it's 2 minutes. Pick one meal out of your day to be healthy. Just one. I would say an affirmation to myself in the mirror every morning. Just pick one. Whatever you need to hear. Don't know what you need to hear? Go on Pinterest, look up affirmation, pick whichever one hurts to say out loud. That's the one that you need. Wake up 5-10 minutes earlier than you normally would every single day. Clearly, you don't think that you have enough time to do any of these things in your day how it is now. So wake up 5-10 minutes earlier every single day, and that's when you can do your affirmation. That's when you can take your 2-minute walk outside. Easy. There you go. Lastly, I would pick one goal that you have and stick to it. Being consistent in one really small goal does so much for your confidence. And eventually, if you want to add on to any of these things, great, you're amazing, you're a rock star. But for now, start so small. Fun fact, in the beginning of my fitness journey, I would go to the gym, stretch, walk for 10 minutes on the treadmill, and leave. Was that walk doing anything for me? No. I probably burned just as many calories or more walking to the fridge. But it got me in the habit of getting to the gym every single day. And then eventually, I can do one more push-up. And I can walk for 5 more minutes. This feels kind of good. Start small. I believe in you.
I had a significant financial glow up in 2025, and here are 5 of the things I did that significantly made my life better. The first thing that I did that I will preach till the day I die is I started budgeting and tracking my expenses. I used to be the person who would buy anything and everything that I saw online, the latest skincare, home decor, recipes, like you name it, I was buying it, but I completely rewired my brain to stop spending. And it's because once I realized how much money I was spending on that stuff, I just gave myself the ick from spending. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But knowing where your money is going, it doesn't matter matter if you make a lot of money or little, is so key. The next thing I did was I started living below my means. And again, this is something that you do at any income. Think of it like you're in a calorie deficit. It's basically just spending less than what you're earning, so you have extra money to show from it every month. If you're trying to get ahead financially, if you're sick of feeling broke or like you're drowning or living paycheck to paycheck, living below your means is going to be game changing. And what that looked like for me is I lived with a roommate. I didn't have a bunch of products on hand. I make my meals at home. I rewear outfits. Like all of those little things add up and make a difference. And you can do it in a way where you don't feel like you're not living your life. Again, it's just living slightly below it and cutting out where you can. The third thing that I did, which if you follow me on Instagram, you know how much decluttering I've done. And this is in addition to already having a big declutter a couple years ago. But there's so many things that I would have. Like I'd have multiple perfumes, multiple lotions, all these extra little organizer bins, like so many things that I thought I needed to feel organized or be put together. But now that I'm living more minimally and now that I've decluttered, it's so much easier just to grab one deodorant, one perfume. You reduce that decision fatigue so freaking much when you start to live more minimally, and it is so game changing. And there's nothing better than doing Sunday resets and everything just has a place. Everything's so clean, so organized. So if you needed one thing to do going into next year to just make yourself feel better, declutter. And then the fourth thing that kind of ties into decluttering is I stopped impulse spending. Once you start to declutter and realize how many things you have that you don't use, maybe it's clothes still with tags on them, maybe it's half empty lotions because you have so many of them that you just don't use, you realize how much money you were spending and you just don't get that urge anymore. Because like me now, once I'm done with a product, then I'll refill it. I think that's the fun of it. You have your scent, you have your lotion, your perfume, whatever that looks like for you, and then once it's done, then you get to go get something new, or you keep the same thing. But I feel like so many of us end up gravitating towards the same things anyways, that it's like, why do we need all this extra, you know? Then the fifth thing I did that significantly made my life better is I started living in the moment, specifically on weekends. I think it's hard when you create content, when you want to be online, you want to build a business, you are always locked in. But I think for your brain and for the quality of your life and your relationships, I think it's so important to disconnect. You know, you can still get your pictures, you can still get your videos and then post them once the weekend's over, or that following Monday you can do a recap. Like it's just so nice to live in the moment and be present with the people in your life. But I just never want social media to take precedence. And when I think about it long term, I think of what's sustainable. And if I'm posting every single day, all day, feeling like I'm constantly needing to be on, that's when you get burnout. And that is not what I want. Those are the things that have significantly made my life better in 2025 that I'm going to be implementing in 2026. Love you guys.
As someone who is science obsessed, these are the morning habits that are coming into 2026 with me because they've transformed how I feel, look, and function. 1, no phone for the first hour of the day. This just throws your brain right into reactive mode and it will spike your cortisol, but not only, it also hijacks your dopamine and your focus for the rest of the day. It literally trains your brain to crave novelty, to crave stimulation. So that's why your attention span is so short, because you are setting yourself up in the beginning of the day to crave it for the rest of the day. 2 is morning sunlight. Your body follows something called a cortisol curve, which gives you energy during the day and helps you wind down at night so that you sleep well. The best way to regulate this curve is going outside and getting morning sunlight first thing. Now, what do you do with this hour that you aren't on your phone? 1, I am doing an open meditation always. You think meditation isn't for you? You have not tried open. Yeah, they have amazing meditations, but what I love more is that they provide tools that you can use throughout the day without being on the app to actually change your nervous system and to help you react to stress better. They always come out with a series at the beginning of the year. It is the best reset to your nervous system, brain, mood. I do it every year. This year they released their Back to Life series. As always, this code will give you 30 days off. I'm telling you, take advantage of a free month. Next is a high protein breakfast. Yeah, I used to fast, used to have coffee on an empty stomach. I thought that that was like healthy and that I was eating less, whatever it may be. No, quite literally have completely switched it around. I have a high protein meal right when I wake up, coffee after, and the way my body is so much happier, the way my inflammation is so much lower because my hormones are balanced, my cortisol isn't through the roof, my body is happy. Full for hours, I don't crave sugar, I don't have any energy crashes. It's quite amazing. And lastly is affirmations or scripting. There's this really cool thing called neuroplasticity, which means that your brain can actually rewire by things that you think repeatedly. So yeah, I am going to start my morning manifesting my dream life and telling myself stuff till I believe it. I swear I've manifested like my dream life through doing this every morning. Okay, those are my morning habits. Am I missing anything integral? All right, love you.
I made a list of 6 basic habits you can start in 2026 that will transform your life. These are the ones that I do consistently that I have actually seen make a difference. Number 1, getting 8 hours of sleep. It's really hard to feel productive and motivated if you're tired, and I cannot stress the importance of a consistent sleep schedule enough. Not only getting a consistent 8 hours of sleep a night, but also trying to make the time you go to bed and the time you wake up consistent. It will help regulate your circadian rhythm, which is going to give you more energy throughout the day. It is going to make it much easier to achieve your goals when you're actually well rested. Number 2, half a gallon of water a day. This will literally help you in any area of your life that you're trying to improve. If you're trying to improve your overall health, your skin, your energy levels, your hair, water literally fixes everything. And honestly, a half a gallon really is not that hard to achieve. You can get a half-gallon water bottle on Amazon. And if you just drink it consistently throughout the day, it's really not that hard, I promise. Number 3, meditation. There can be a lot of resistance built up in your consistent thinking and speaking patterns. Meditating for even just 10-15 minutes a day will help release that resistance. Releasing that resistance will make it so much easier for you to actually hear your inner voice. I am begging you to add meditation to your daily routine in 2026. Number 4, 10 minutes of reading. It can be in the morning, it can be before bed. Number 5, get your body moving. Whether it's a daily walk or a stretching routine before bed, working out in the gym, it is so important to be moving your body. Again, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, especially if you're new to exercising. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. You don't need to be doing these 2-hour-long workouts in the gym every single day to be healthy and to get your body moving. And lastly, affirmation. There is so much power in the things that we're saying. I talk a lot about how I love saying positive things about myself to myself in the mirror. It might feel a little silly at first, but if you stay consistent with this, you will see your confidence transform as you actually start to believe the things you're saying about yourself. No negative self-talk in 2026.
The Bible literally says life and death is in the power of the tongue. So these are 3 things that I stopped saying, and I noticed a tremendous great shift in my life. I stopped saying I'm dying every time I think something's funny. Actually, no, I'm very much alive and healthy and thriving. Like, whatever happened to just saying that's hilarious? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Wow, that's so funny. Like, I stopped saying I'm sick whenever I find something appalling, because no. Again, very much healthy and thriving. Number 3, I stopped saying anything along the lines of I'm dumb, I'm stupid, oh, me being a dumbass, blah, blah. No, because I'm actually not. If I tell myself that I'm a dumbass, then I would do more dumb things. So I won't say that, because I'm not that. I'm very smart, very intelligent, very capable. Saying certain phrases plant really deep-rooted seeds of beliefs in us. I'm not planting any more anxious seeds.
If you want to change your life, you have to change your habits. And a lot of the times it's the unsexy things that are going to get you the results that you want. And once you start doing them, you'll wish that you had started them sooner. A lot of people think that things need to be drastic and very dramatic in order for them to work. But actually, that's why a lot of the times they're not working. It's also about not relying on motivation. Motivation is fleeting. You need discipline. Discipline is showing up and doing the things even when you don't feel like it. You want to make sure that you're actually able to start doing something and building on it. There's no point in doing something for 7 days, 21 days, 75 days, if you're just going to revert back after that to square one. It's the boring consistency that's going to give you the results.